Hello, and welcome to another Rangaroo cast of me, Rangaroo. And today we are just doing no tournament game, no fancy stuff. This is just a standard replay I got off the replay center. And it's supposedly a good game, because, well, that's what the replay called itself. So enough rubbish, let's get right into it. So on Team 1, playing as Blueful, we got Romario, Gonsik, and Balalaika on the right side, there we go. And on Team 2, playing Red 4 on the left, we got Rainbow Dash, Milksteak, and a hot pink unicorn. So, let's speed things up and get things going, sorry. So from marks down, we're going to be going. Yeah, I'm buying all their units. And match has begun. Are there going to be any planes off the bat? No planes whatsoever. Oh, right, here we go. We got ourselves a Phantom. Going to be dropping up some napalm in India. Try and deny enemy access into it. A bit of a helicopter push here from Blueful, from Gonsik. Some M860s leading the rave. Trincuries in the back with Smalls in the back, it seems. And a longbow up top. L1 the KA-52 is going to engage with the KA-50. Oh, it's pretty close, like, yeah, and they do go down. And Adapter's flying in right close, but the BTR are going to get some shots off. And that Black Hawk may want to get a ray. But the damage has been done. The Smalls have managed to land out. Smalls, aren't they? Yeah. Kind of a very odd unit, I'd say, for an opening helicopter rush. I mean, Smalls are good, but they don't have a machine gun, which is a big problem, and only a 5-man squad. But that Small can target infantry units, giving it good firepower, but still, it's an odd choice. Doesn't really matter the BTRs, BMPs. Yeah, and BMPs just unloading into them. And then, yeah, they're gonna all die pretty much. Down in the middle, it's pretty hectic. As Red 4 has managed to move up into Echo, got VDVs, Grus, there's made EGM infantry, some Spetsnaz, all up in here. And if they can just hold on to this town, they will be in banging shape. It's very nice and easy to defend if you can get full control over it. But these Fauchigers are giving them a run for their money. And down in Hotel, finally, one of these paddy field matches, we got an actual battle going down in Hotel. With a Rainbow just moving up BMPs, Monster AT-90s, the whole kit and cadoodle through the open field. And Mr. Balalaika with a Leopard 2A4 and 2A5 just defending against his armoured push. This is AT-GMs galore, and his 2A4 is barely holding on to life, same with the 2A5. Phantom going to be dropping in some mate. Burning up the countryside. We're going to try and do a push once again onto India, but it's time for ground attack of US Marines, Riflemen, Bradley, and M8 AGSs. And these AGSs are getting on the flank, doing what any good cavalry tank should be doing, flanking the enemy. Got a T-72 PIO. A little bit of a problem. Su-27 knocking out both AMH with relative ease. And the infantry still holding on to India. Just fights all around. Every single lane is being attacked. Quite intense so far. But it just seems like the middle lane is going to get cleaned up as Mr. Balalaika recaps. Yeah, Su-24M going to be dropping a lot of bombs, killing that Rifleman squad. And in Hotel, it does seem like Rainbow Dash has pretty much good control over the sector, but bumps are much straggly. If the Leopard 2A5 having to fall back, and seems like his 2A4 friend is also dead. Or Tornado ACR trying to find some radar here to shoot for F-16 as well, but to no avail. The Tunguska does have its radar gun off, and it turns it off right when the ECR turns it back on when the ECR starts hauling it back. Some infantry up north in India. Su-24M going to be dropping some bombs. Not hitting the right place, though. An A-10 Thunderbolt. And a BMP Rundy. Very Very odd choice for an 8 to strafe. I mean, there's some more APCs. It does end up losing it. That's quite a costly loss. The A10 may be a titanium bathtub, but it ain't exactly like missile proof. Oh, I was gonna say it isn't bulletproof, but the A10 is fairly bulletproof. Seen those videos of A10s flying back in with shot up rings and only run engine. It's I think we can all agree it's a really badass aircraft. And it seems like most of the attacking has sort of stopped for now. Both sides is reinforcing. Not committing to any major assault. MLU getting a very nice pick-off on the T-64. Yeah, fantastic little pick-off. It does get shot down, yo. And the Su-27PU just barely getting a Ray Phantom, dropping in some napalm. Oh, good old napalm. Oh, just too fiery along the streets. Going to be hitting those tanks, not exactly killing them, but causing them to fall back and blocking their line of sight, allowing the riflemen and whatnot to get into the town without too much hassle. But the standard T-80 is going to be shooting into them. If you're a devs, because could get sight on the infantry. It's pretty quiet right now, nothing too much going on, just both sides bringing up units. Some Spetsnaz Guru and T-90s trying to recapture this bottom town, like little village centre. But if you can control this centre, it's a huge advantage for both sides, because if you're blue 4, you have this, you can hit India and you can hit this forest fairly easily with infantry. And if you're red 4, you can pop stuff in here, and you can ATGM anything in Bravo if it there pops up. So it gives you a very nice control over the top part of the map. And we've got some artillery being fired. Got M270 Actums, a very high-powered cluster artillery piece. Does not mess around. And US Marines and Jockride 090s is going at it. I mean, this is a very close firefight. Yeah, this is neck on neck, but they're finally moving the small bit. Going to be shooting in him as well. Some good so helping fire. 10 Thunderbolt just swinging around town, trying to get some HPCs, and he's going to lose another A10. Yes, he does, to the Su-27. And the Su-27 barely getting out of only 1 HP. Some more infantry being popped into India. Trin Huries of Marines and some Smalls and Navy SEALs. These guys are holding on to the town. Everyone on Parade is giving them very nice fire support. Fantastic, fantastic tank. I do apologise about the dog barking. And there goes Milksteak fairly early on into the game. I mean, there's still like another 24 minutes here. Probably DC though. I won't suggest it's a rage crit because this is fairly early on and it's very neck on neck. That's going to make life a little bit harder for Red 4, as now both players are going to have to focus on more flanks, more area they have to control and manage, which is always a pain in the butt. And that's just very neck on neck, like I pointed out before. This is a fairly close match considering it so pretty good amount into the match. It's both sides really giving their all. It's a fantastic game so far. Planes being used as getting out starfighter out the sky and then bombing the AA while they're at it. With T-64s moving out to reinforce the Panzergrenz, so the really only thing in this Mortar 2 Panzergrenz, and the Tigre only really stopping these forces. Just barely. I mean, that Tiger, only 2 shots left of its ATGMs. T-72 BI just getting shot after shot off, shooting everything in sight. And all cluster artillery almost knocking it out. We got more infantry moving up. All the Akron days. Yeah, they're gonna be actually falling back a bit. And all very nice bombing run there from the B5. You can tell it's just a B5 because of that big bloody explosion. Knocking out the Marines in one fell swoop. More Akron days are being brought up. And now they're going to fight the Marines, and they should win. Oh, a lot more of them. Yeah, the Marines already panicked. They're in a fairly good position so far. And in Hotel, both sides not really moving any forces up in it. A little bit hesitant in getting anything in there. Phantom being brought up, and seems like Rainbow Dash will get this. Good old napalm on the infantry. By Akro days, they're doing pretty good. Getting burnt up a little bit. They are being brought out into the open, into the sight of the Navy SEALs, and Navy SEALs have grenade launchers. And grenade launchers are nasty to go against. Blue 4 trying to move up through the forest with riflemen. I'm going to be bringing out T90 in there as well. That's a little bit dangerous, especially rifleman 90. You know, those guys have the 18-4, so they're fairly decent RPG weapon. Day is moving up as well, trying to get the rifleman. New batch this time. The long range forest firefight. And the BI, he's going to shoot down the frog. Is he going to shoot it down? This is the question they all want to know. Oh, some little support with the BTR-90. We have a little bit of hope. Yeah, harmless transport helicopter is now a nice little wreck. Let's get back to the important things. Red Fork, Mr. Hot Pink Unicorn, bringing up more infantry to the town of these very nice BTR local transports. They do have that grenade launcher and auto cannon, making them a deadly and fast anti-infantry vehicle. So we got Bradley's being brought up, which are fairly good at taking out APCs, thanks to their TOW2s, but they are quite expensive. And enemy tanks, if they can get some shots off. It's a bit of a slugging match back and forth between lightly armoured APCs and the tanks, but the tanks finally get sight on them, and it's a good game for the Bradleys. And the Hot Pink Unicorn also moving around a little bit at the bottom side from Brew and a T-72 BLA. Ultran Furies on the inside of a Tunguska, and the Tunguska just does not care. This isn't really too much to worry about. It's just a transport helicopter with a minigun. Nothing too amazing. AC Abrams knocking out the BI. And still points fairly neck on neck. The Red 4 do have like a 40-point advantage. And there's 14 minutes left. Still could go in anyone's game. Oh, 2 B5s. Oh, we got to slow it down. We have to slow it down. I don't know if the game can handle 2 B5 bombs going off at the same time. But lo and behold, they do. And actually clear out of town. Good old B5 bombs. Longbow being brought up top flank, just getting some snipes off on the BMP run Ds. Red 4 still managing to hold on to India. It's amazing Blue 4 hasn't really tried to put a CB in this forest to try and neutralise the point at least. Because if they can do that, they could get a very nice +1 advantage at this time. See what's happening down below. Red 4 finally capturing Hotel. Not putting too many forces in the actual sector, leaving them most in this tree line here. Sort of overwatch it. And Blue 4 just keeping their leopard 1A5 and 2A5 in this tree line. But nothing really too heavy in the middle, just both sides not really wanting to move up. Everyone focusing on India. Oh, more B5 bombs coming in. We've got to slow us down once again. They're going in from the same spot. Oh, they're going to get shot down now. What? Does everyone get shot down? Oh, yes, it does. And, oh, there goes the Milan. And there goes a landed helicopters. Yeah. B5s, just, you don't mess with B5s. And a PU coming in. And it's going to win that head-on engagement. Both sides making fantastic use of their air forces. Blue 4 bringing in those Phantoms and A-10s. Or Red 4 just bringing up the Su-27s from the PU to the Su-27M. And B5 bombers. You can never go wrong with B5 bombers. And finally, Blue 4 get an attack come infantry, try and neutralise the point, but he doesn't really have any defences for it. Meaning the Red 4 force will probably knock it out quite easily. But Blue 4's getting that nice plus run because they have India neutralised. Su-24M's doing a synchronised flying. It could be part of the Red Arrows. And let the infantry command vehicle to go down. Smalls just trying to get some shots off with rail. They're Smalls. But T-90S ain't gonna have any of that. Oh, Su-24 trying to find some radar AA, but there's only there's the Patriot, 2 Patriots, which is probably enough to take down the entirety of the Chinese Air Force. Just trying to shoot any planes that dare come into its extremely long range. And as quite a smart thing he does is turn off the missiles when they're not needed, but he does keep them together, as you see makes them a very easy target to knock out by artillery. Usually best to always split up your AA, even if it's like cheap stuff like Silkers, split it up. Blue 4 just saw manoeuvring forces. Got forces coming in through the top part, through a sort of town, and now trying to get more units into the India forest. Just foot zerging across the open ground. They really like using their Bradleys. They really like their Bradleys. And if I was taking 90s, yeah, these most directly are going to be brown bread. Artillery being brought in terms of 4 LAVMs, annihilating that infantry squad, and the T-72BIs and T-90. They're going to be backing off from the rifleman threat. And oh, it does get hit, it's just barely clipped by the cluster RT. Tunguska have been spotted. The Fouchakers is holding the line. MG3 ripping up infantry like it's D-Day. But the BMP-1D sort of, let's say, fought in that plan. I mean, Red 4 have been using their tanks to great effect, not for fighting, you know, enemy tanks in the open and whatnot, but for supporting their infantry in the town of their BTR-90s and BMP-1Ds with T-72 BIs and T-90s. or just helping to eliminate the blue 4 infantry threat. The tanks are fairly good at dealing with infantry, especially red 4 tanks, because they usually have like 3 to 4 HE due to their big bloody guns. We've got a lot of planes being brought up, Su-24s and a MiG-25, and oh, they got to be bombing Echo. And they're doing a very good job bombing. Yen following up with smoke artillery. Now, yes, right here. I gotta slow this down. Yes, right here is a by the textbook perfect assault. He's got in his front Su-122-54s. Very cheap, very good, just like cannon fodder, but they're good against infantry as well inside of towns. And behind him, you got BMP Rundis with Moss directly inside him, and BMP Rundis are good against infantry inside of towns. He's got Basilisk support, and he's bringing up a tank CV to capture the point, and he's moving up his heavier tanks as well. This is just... if I could have Hell March on right now, but I don't have it on me, I don't have it ready, I'd play it, because this is a fairly bloody good show. Let's hide the HUD. Let's enjoy this little push as Su-122-54s go through the smoke and the fire to reach the enemy town. And yeah. It's going to be blowing up the infantry inside of there. Most of the infantry already have just been killed by a plane strafing run, bombing run. And this is pretty much going to secure the victory for them, because they're going to capture this. They're going to get an even bigger advantage. Just fantastic little push here. I mean, not directly going to get into the town. The tanks are already all covered in the forest. The units will spread out. This makes me a little bit moist inside, I will admit. T-Centuries. This is how you play Redfall, ladies and gentlemen. Just open ground, just combined arms force push. Because yeah, fantastic at USSR are fantastic at that. BMPTs and SUs going to take out that Apache, I think. Yeah, it's going to go down. Oh. Longbow having to fall back, and Blue 4 just doesn't have anything here. It came at a complete surprise. And also, it's another good tip. Usually, when you always like the entire match, it's really just been a gruel for India. Well, Blue 4 has managed to finally get it, which is pretty good on the end. But usually, it's a good idea to maybe attack another flank, even if it's heavily defended, or you know, defended in some sort of way, because the enemy will not expect it, and surprise is a pretty key element to this game. And Sun Tzu probably said a lot of things about surprise. He said a lot of things about warfare. He actually wrote a whole book about it, believe it or not. And the SU's just making it across the open field. Longbow gonna get some shots off, only if it's 30 milio. Now I just want to know, will they find attack on the infantry or not? That's a key question here. We've only 45 seconds left. Blue 4's holding on to the middle, not too much though. I mean, they're just getting artillery out the reserve, it's just crossfire. It's like a game of Battleship. It's both sides launching artillery to try and sink or destroy the enemy units. That's a lot of artillery. Yeah, jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. I want to see what they have. Like 2 smokes here before the match is over. Nothing really. A mister. And over here we got ourselves an ACTAMS, a Mars, another ACTAMS. And that's really about it. Just a lot of cluster artillery. And let's just get these last 15 seconds over with Dota being neutralized. And yeah, it's going to be a good game. And Red 4 are going to be the victors with Rainbow Dash, Milksteak and Hot Pink Unicorn. Even though Milksteak sort of DC'd halfway through the match. KD Rise, Red 4 got definitely the advantage. But that was a fairly bloody good match. At the start, I really love seeing when teams like attack at all flanks instead of just all focusing on run. And the grind for India, and it's just fantastic play from both sides. Really fun match to watch, and I always love seeing Red 4 open field pushes with smoke and bombs and artillery. It makes me quite happy. And well, I guess that's all I have time for. So, this has been another Angrucast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and most importantly, take it easy.